Hi, my name is Beth Hiley for BoardGameGeek at Essen 2011. We're here on Sunday, the last day. Actually, the hall's just opened, so it just got quite a bit noisier in the last minute or two. Yeah, well, I'm sitting here with Tom, who's brought us over Numenko.
Which, numbers game.
Which I'm seeing the racks right across the end of the table here, which at the moment looks complete gibberish. So I'm intrigued as to how this will resolve itself into something that makes sense. So why don't you take it away, Tom?
Okay, right. In any calculation, you need numbers and operators. Yeah, plus or minus at times. Well, what I did was I put all the operators onto one tile.
Immediately makes more sense.
You have a minus, a divide, a plus,
and an equals.
And an equals. All the five that you need. So, on the board game, S of start, let's go through the S of start. D is for double score, but I'll come on to that when we actually play one. So, first player would play, and this, depending of course on what tiles you have in your hand. You pick them out of the bag, you pick 8 tiles each to start.
Okay.
In this case, we have an imaginary 4-handed game. Okay? So this player has played, I call this a multi-choice. So he's played 3 multi-choice, 1 multi-choice, 4. He's declaring 3 plus 1 equals 4. Simple calculation.
Right.
4 is the answer to the calculation. 4 is your score.
Just
like another game that uses words, no names, no pack drill. You would just write 4 as your score.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the game, the highest score wins.
Okay.
Okay. Then you would replace your 8 with from the bag with the number that you've used.
So let's say this is our second person's
Second
turn.
player is he uses an existing 3.
I can see where this is going. 63 divided by 3, maybe.
No.
Oh, okay, wait for it.
We're looking for big numbers. He's added a 6 using the existing 3. 63 times 3 equals 189. A joker. Little smiley face because he can be anything he likes. And you're declaring him as a 9. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you replace your tiles. Next player, he plays 4, 5, equals 20. For the first player, he said 3 plus 1 equals 4. For this player, he says 4 times 5 equals 20.
So using that same operations tile.
You can use it for what you want it to be. Now, in the other game that uses words, you wouldn't be allowed to do that, would you?
No, you couldn't put them next to each other.
In my game, my rules, you can. Okay? There's no problem with that because in a future move, you might want to use 64 to make another calculation.
Right, or that we've lined ourselves up for 10 there, perhaps.
If you want, yes. So again, you replace your tiles. Next player comes, and he plays a multi-choice 7, multi-choice 3, 5, scoring 35. How did he get 35?
He took the 4 from the end of the first equation.
Yes, and 4 7s are not 35.
No.
Okay, again, you don't have to use the entire previous play.
Oh, I get it. So we're 1 plus
you need.
4.
1 plus 4 times 7 equals 35. As simple as that.
I could
you just use what you need to make the game.
Now, have you tried playing this with kids a lot? Because I'm a teacher during the school year, and I can immediately jumps out at me as being fantastic for children.
I invented this game for my daughter when she was 14. She's now 41, and it took me many years to get it right. And it was because I introduced the multi-choice that makes the game work. At the time I invented it, she'd grown up and had 2 grandchildren, or gave me 2 grandchildren. So when they were about 9 and 10, we played it, and they could play it. But children of 7, 8, 9, 10 who can use the numbers don't have the patience to wait their turn, right? So they said, Grandad, if you can invent a game for Mum, why can't you invent one for us? So I did, because that's what granddads are for. So I invented them this game.
Numenko in the bag.
And I haven't got a great imagination. I just called it Numenko in a bag.
Why not?
Because it has no board. It comes in the bag. Please, I'll come back onto this if I can. Just finish off this one.
Sure.
Can you play left to right?
All plays are left to right, top to bottom. Okay?
And actually,
You can't put a 0 on the 100 and then do equals.
On the 100.
Oh, put a 0 here
yeah.
and then equals 63 plus 37.
No. It must be the equals must be the answer. Yeah. No. Saying that, some people would say, in this case, the multiplication should have brackets around it. Okay. Bear in mind, I invented this for a child to help them with their maths or with the numbers more than anything. So I kept it simple. But the game has the ability for you to declare brackets.
right.
If you want to be a clever
order of
clod, you know,
operations.
entirely good.
Can I ask one question before you go on? Yeah. Now, can the wild be used for any number,
Yes.
or can it also be used for any number or an operations
Both.
tile? So anything on
Any
the board.
single number.
Okay.
And throughout the game, it changes to whatever you want it to be.
So
Okay.
unlike the game with letters, when you lock it in as the letter, you're stuck with it. All right, that could be anything.
Right. And also, if, say, your answer, any part of your answer landed on a D square, in this case, 35 would double to 70. So it gives you the benefits of catching up.
Was there any particular reason in the placement of your letters? I know obviously we didn't want lots of doubles near the start
Well, because
square.
everything starts left to right, top to bottom. After hundreds of experiments,
That's why I asked.
this is about the best combination.
Interesting.
Seems completely random.
It does seem completely random, as Aldi's saying off
it
camera.
almost is. It may be 1 or 2 squares random, but no, it was hundreds and thousands of games I played. I think that's right. So, end of the game is you tally up your, when you've used all the tiles,
Right.
you tally up your scores like that other game. Highest score wins. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so because my granddaughter says, can we play a simpler game for us? I said, okay. And I made this game, right, where all the tiles go in the middle. The only thing you get to start, I've lost it now, it's a happy face.
Wild
It'll be the
start.
last one.
Of course.
No? Go on to it. Yes.
There it is.
Everyone starts off, all the tiles are in the middle, face down. Everyone starts off with one happy face and takes 20 tiles.
Okay.
I'll just imagine.
Yeah, that's 20. Thereabouts.
You then make your calculations. I'm a child of 7. 1 plus 2 equals 3. And I just do simple calculations. I've made them all. So if I had 2 tiles left, for example, imagine I've got more calculations.
Right, yeah, linked together in the same way.
Yeah. And I want to, I can't play with them, I need to swap. So I would put 1 in the middle and take 2 tiles out and continue the game.
So that's your penalty, is you have more tiles
No,
to
it's not
finish
penalty.
now?
If you couldn't move because and you want to exchange one tile, one tile's not going to make any difference. So again, with hundreds of hours of experimenting, 2 is the optimum number. Okay. So now, if you played your tiles and you've none left, you take 4 tiles out the middle. Again, hundreds of hours of experimenting, it's the optimum number. It works. Okay. Now, supposing you want down to 1 tile and you want to swap. You can't swap because there's only 1 tile in the middle. So game over.
Aha.
Now supposing you had played all your tiles and you want to take 4 out the middle and there's less than 4, game over. So then the person with no tiles would be the winner, assuming that their calculations are correct. Because children are naughty. Okay, and sometimes adults. So, no, but most times people are left with some tiles, right? So you have to declare a winner. So what I decided was, you would just add up your tiles at face value. 7 plus 6 is 13. You should never be left with one of them. That's too good to be left with. So you have a penalty of 10.
All right.
So that's 7, 16, it's 13 and 10, it's 23. If you'd score, yours added up to 5, you'd be the winner. Highest, in this case, the highest score at the end wins. So the lowest score.
Lowest score,
wins.
yeah, because you don't want tiles.
But this
up.
is not a scoring game, so there is no pressure on the child. And you can play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 6 children. And I use this game in the schools. And that's me and my 2 grandchildren.
I just have, in case it's not visible on the camera, it's the player that counts.
Yes.
It's a
nice little tag,
That's
isn't it?
a nice tag.
So that's basically it. I do it in schools. This game in particular for 7 to 13-year-olds is perfect. It really is magic because they're playing at their own speed with no peer pressure.
Right.
And they don't have to make big calculations or even lots of calculations. They can just make a small number. When a game's over, they have an equal chance of winning.
And from the teacher's point of view, this does not take up a lot of room in your classroom, easy to clean up.
And the teachers that have had it and have told me that once they've explained it to the children, they could give them, say, when they've done their work, as a reward, you 6 can go over there and play that, and they can be left to their own devices.
Yeah, you could very easily do this as a center after a math group or something, yeah.
So, there you go.
Oh, I'm glad I got to do your interview because the teacher in me is sitting there going, ooh. Well, Tom, thank you so much for stopping by, and you will definitely see me at your booth later today. I'll go buy one for my school, so thank you so much.
Bye-bye.